I work at a gay conversion camp. I'm about to expose the horrifying secrets they're hiding. When my friend suggested working with him at a Christian summer camp, I was so excited. I was great with kids and loved meeting new people, so working at the Rainbow Resilience Retreat sounded like great fun. I'm gay but still a devout Christian, so I thought it would be an opportunity to get closer with God. I just had no idea of the horrifying reality the camp was hiding. After a brief interview, I drove up with my friend to a location in the middle of the woods, far from any type of civilization. I really wasn't sure what I was anticipating, but it certainly wasn't what I saw as we pulled up to a dim forest with old-looking cabins. Despite the dingy area, I still thought it was a nice area. The air was fresh, and there's a beautiful lake right next to the campsite. However, there was one thing that really felt off. It was the people. I knew everyone here would be religious, but I didn't realize to what extent they would follow their beliefs. I go to church occasionally, and I guess I believe in God, but everyone here seems to be gunning to be the next pope. One girl has claimed that she literally hears God's voice when she prays. Another says that she once healed a friend with a broken ankle by putting her hands on it. And then there's Jordan, who said he's been at this camp since he was 4. When I met him, he looked me up and down and then stared at the middle of my forehead. When I asked him if everything was okay, he smirked and said, "I guess you'll find out soon." A bit weird, I thought, but people seem crazy here, so I didn't think much of it. Other than that, everything seemed fine at first. I signed up to instruct the camp's rock climbing and became good friends with a guy called Noah after we sat next to each other in church. Our camp leader was about 30 minutes into a rant about the evils of homosexuality when he leaned over and whispered, "Seems a bit hypocritical given the massive stick he has up his bum." It took all my might to not break into hysterics. The next day, we were inseparable. We made jokes while climbing. We kept rolling our eyes at each other whenever they went off on another anti-gay rant, and we sat nice and close to each other during meals and the nightly campfire. We were starting to become great friends, but neither of us knew the real reason he was sent here. We were both oblivious enough to think it was just a Christian camp. Only that night, things started to get very weird. It's when the screams started. All the counselors and workers at the camp slept in one cabin with separate rooms, whereas the campers slept in larger warehouse-type cabins with multiple bunk beds in each room. But as I tried dozing off to sleep at around 10 p.m., I heard it. It was screaming. Agonizing screaming from somewhere in the distance. I jolted up out of bed and heard the screaming get louder when I opened the window, as if it was coming from the camper's cabin opposite us. Everyone around me was still sleeping somehow, but I guess I was a light sleeper because those screams were full of pure terror. After considering getting dressed to investigate or waking up another worker, the screaming abruptly stopped. It was dead silent, just as if nothing had ever happened. Somehow I managed to convince myself that it was just kids having fun playing, or that I was having some kind of nightmare. So after a few deep breaths, I managed to get myself back to sleep. The worst mistake I could have made. The next day, Noah was almost a totally different person, but I still spent the whole day with him. I felt really close with him, to the point where it felt like we were dating. However, that day something just felt off about him, as if he was hiding something. In the evening, he asked if he could talk to me about something. I knew this had to be something serious, since he didn't seem like the type to take much stuff serious. So we headed down one of the paths leading away from the Great Lodge. He seemed nervous, so I thought I'd break the ice by telling him about what I heard the night before. As I described it, she slowed his walk down until she came to a complete stop. She looked right at me with wide, fearful eyes. "What do you think it was?" he asked. His voice was almost shaking. I laughed a bit and said,